Ravi.
Hey guys, good afternoon. How are you, everyone? I hope people are good. And
good afternoon.
hi, good
afternoon, sir. Fine, sir.
Okay, so just
Good
give me
afternoon, sir.
a quick start. Dr. Siddesh, you here?
Yes, I am here.
Okay, great. Right, so hi, good afternoon, Jaipal sir. Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, so guys, for some time we will mute our audience, and then you guys can type the questions, or after the session we all can discuss. Okay, so my team will open the mics because I really we don't want the disturbance in between, right? Because people are coming, joining, and then their mics are on sometimes. So you know, we'll be keeping you on mute for some time, right? So let me just tell. Okay, guys, can you please mute everyone? Okay, so guys, again, welcome and good afternoon, and I welcome all of you to the free webinar on career opportunities and scope in the medical device industry. And I'm, very glad to say that we have come up with the 3 months professional certificate course in medical device regulatory affairs and medical device management. So that is already rolled on into the market, and today we are starting that course as well. But I would like to say that first 2 or 3 classes, like first 2 or 3 Sundays, we are not going to start the technical classes, but we will be talking about the career opportunities and the facts about national and international medical industry device. I mean, medical device industry, and we'll be talking about the rules and regulations in first 2 or 3 Sundays. So technically, this course will start after 3 weeks because we want you to get prepared to this course, and we want you to get updated completely and get to know about the medical device industry and what are the career opportunities and scope, and how it will be benefited to you. So you have ample time to understand, and you have ample time to join the course, join the classes of 3 months medical device regulatory affairs course. So let me just give you a brief of the course so you can prepare of that, you can understand that, and rest our speakers, national, international, and from the academia and industry, they will be taking your taking you through the career opportunities and hierarchies in the industry. So let me just brief you about this course a bit, and then we'll be talking about the handing over the mic, handing over the session to our prestigious guests, right? So here, if you are interested, because last date is already gone, but as per the demand, specific demand, because people were telling like, sir, first you tell about the course, first you tell about the medical device industry, and then we'll be able to join the course. So that's why we are conducting this webinar, and again we'll be conducting the sequence of webinars, the series of webinars on medical devices, and then we will be starting this course. The technically we will start these classes. So we have now postponed these technical classes for 3 more weeks, and by then it does not mean that there are no classes, but there will be the series of webinars. Okay, there will be the series of webinars every Sunday, and you will be getting the entire information on the basics of medical device. Okay, so this is the course, 3-month professional certificate course in medical device quality management and regulatory affairs, and there are already many participants have already joined this course, and this is still you can still enroll to this. So this is nothing but get yourself trained for medical device industry with approvals, regulatory affairs, and quality assurance knowledge. And you can go through the browser that is already with you. I'll not go to that. And this is the entire syllabus. If you see, okay, this is the entire syllabus we are going to discuss in this 3 months course. Introduction to the medical devices, definition, concepts, terminologies, classification of devices in detail, casualty assessment with the case scenarios, and then preclinical testing, clinical evaluations, quality management systems, quality testing tools and techniques, quality assurance and quality control, risk management, post-marketing surveillance, and complaints handling, risk benefit, and all the international regulations about medical devices, including USA and European Union, and then biocompatibility studies as well, right? So you will be getting a lot, including the Indian Medical Device Rule 2017 in brief. That is very important to understand before you are going to the industry, right? So anyone from the pharma background, B Pharm, PharmD, or medical or the M Pharm students can join, or maybe other healthcare people like medical, dental, or physiotherapist, or who are related to the medical devices, they can join, because everywhere we have the medical devices, right? And then people from biotech also, because biotech industry is one of the major stakeholders in medical devices manufacturing as well. Okay, and then research scholars and academicians who wants to do the research on that, they can definitely join this course. They should definitely join this course. So this program has been designed in such a way that all the students, aspirants planning to join the medical device industry, either regulatory affairs, quality assurance, or post-marketing surveillance, will be highly benefited from facing the interview and learning the key components of current medical device industry. Okay, guys. So that is yeah. How about medical engineering? Definitely, that is there for them. I told biotech and other relevant qualifications. So that's best for them as well. Okay, and these are the course highlights. We have the people from industry and academia, and from you'll be getting to know right away that who are our speakers and who will be taking your classes. So you'll be glad to know about them. Okay, at the end, definitely certificate will be there, but after a little exam, as these are under the these are under the skill development programs, all of that. So we have to get the exam, and whoever clears the exam with 55% of the mark, they will be getting the certificate at the end of this course. Okay, and every weekend classes will be at the 6 p.m. or after 6 p.m. only. So convenient for all of you. Now this course technically is going to start from 13th August, and this class is including in this additionally to understand the benefits, to understand the scopes, to understand the what we say, the role and responsibilities into the medical device industry. Okay, so first 3 sessions, first 3 weekends, at least 2 weekends, first 2 weekends will be about these medical industry devices, and about the medical industry and roles and responsibilities, career opportunities. So you all will be getting to know, whoever registered or whoever not registered also can attend these webinars. And again, that it was supposed to increase the rate now, but as our people have asked about the course and about to know the scope and benefits into this medical device industry. So still I'm opening, and our team has decided to keep it open for some more time till 31st July. So if you are interested, definitely you can join to this course by you can join the course by 31st of the July, and the fees will be remaining the same. Fees will remain same, 1,499 INR for 3 months. Okay, so that's about the course. And now let me get you to our speakers. There are two speakers, one from academia and one from the industry. So first speaker is Dr. Pramod. So Dr. Pramod is working in one of the reputed university in Bangalore, Ramaiah, and he is actually Doctor of Philosophy from PhD from JSS Mysore. He has done his MPharm in pharmacy practice also from Mysore, and then B Pharmacy from Rajiv Gandhi University of Health Science, and he has done postgraduate diploma in pharmacovigilance from JSS University and postgraduate diploma in medicine and poison information from JSS University. So, and along with that, he has the awardee of multiple awards like Best Technical Associate by the National Coordination Center of Pharmacovigilance Program of India, then awarded with APAC Conference Participation Grant, and then Best Poster Award in AsiaCon, and then LE Foundation Award, and presentation. And he was also presented with Pillar of Strength Award by BioClinica Private Limited. Along with that, he has awarded with AIDS Society of India for attending AsiaCon, and JSS University Award for Research Fund Stipends, JSSURF, and multiple Best Poster Awards and scholarships to his credit. He has done multiple work, multiple projects on medical devices and adverse drug reactions of many medications, and especially in the HIV patients and HIV medications. So with that, and he has already published more than 40 publications, total of more than 30 presentations, and attended 60 conferences and seminars. Right. So along with him, we have with us Miss Ritu Jain. So Miss Ritu Jain is right now working in L&T Technology Services, LTTS, for last 1 year, more than 1 year. And if I summarize her profile, she is into the medical device regulatory. She has the medical device regulatory experience with basic knowledge of European Union medical device regulations, US FDA, Medical Device Rule 2017 India, and Indian Drug Regulatory Post-Marketing Surveillance, ISOs, all the ISOs, and Standard Gap Assessment and Remediation, Pharmacovigilance, PMS plan, CER, and other complaint handling, recall, and safety alerts. She also had the hands-on experience in complaint handling of medical devices, either it is intake, investigation, decision tree, responsibility, EMDR, MIR, submission, and performed investigations, referring to the different documents on the track wise. And then she also has the hands-on experience with specific analytical and biomedical instruments used in the research labs and industries and the hospitals. She has published multiple articles, and basically if I go to her education, she has done BSc honors in instrumentation, and then MSc bioelectronics and instrumentation, and then MTech in biomedical engineering from Deenbandhu Chotu Ram University of Science and Technology, Murthal, India. And she has multiple internships and experiences in the companies. And if I talk about her work experience, right now she's working in L&T Technology Services. You all must know that. And before that, she was working in Siemens Healthcare, which is one of the reputed company again, and then HCL Technologies and Macrocare, right? So with that, I'll not go to her entire CV, but this is like we have the reputed speakers and the resource persons for your medical device course and for medical device webinar with us. So with that, I'll stop here and I'll just give the mic to Dr. Pramod to start the session and to introduce about him and the other colleague, and how they are going to proceed with the workshop and with this webinar, guys. So thank you very much again for joining. Thank you very much, Dr. Pramod and Ms. Ritu, for joining. And over to Siddesh also to share the slides if there are. Thank you.
Thank you, Ajit, for that. So once the slides are shared, I'll start with my session.
Yes, sure. Please go.
Yeah, thank you. So I hope my voice is audible, clear?
Little low, but yeah, okay, sir.
Okay. So good afternoon, all the participants. As Ajit sir already has mentioned, So in these first two classes, we are not going into the technical aspects of exactly what is a medical device, classifications, and other regulations. So in this session, myself and co-speaker Ritu Jain, madam, will be speaking about what is the importance of and scope of this medical device industry in our country, and what will be the roles if you see exactly what work we are going to do in the industry once you want to join in the medical device field. So with that note, you can see in this first slide. So about the medical device industry, if you see in the last 5 years, the Indian medical device industry saw some significant expansion with all compound annual growth rate of around 15%. So initially, if you see for the other sectors in the industry in India, it is hardly about 10 to 11, but in the medical device, it has crossed already 15%. So it shows that there is a huge potential in the medical device industry in our country. And also the market value was expected to reach approximately 15 billion by 2025. And also it is a very huge as in terms of monetary things. The industry's growth was driven by factors such as increasing healthcare expenditure, rising awareness about advanced medical technologies that we are using nowadays, and support from the government and expanding the healthcare infrastructure in all the states of our country. So I hope all of you are aware about these industries and all from the COVID-19 pandemic, right? So which emerged in the early 2020, which has impacted the medical device industry with a surge in demand for all the essential medical equipments like ventilators, PPE kits, and diagnostic devices, where we had a lack before 2020. With the occurrence of this pandemic, now we are very much alert and aware what is the infrastructure that we need to build as a country so that huge job potential will be creating from these industries. And also this sudden demand highlighted the industry's ability to respond to healthcare crisis that we have come across, especially in terms of ventilators and all, and the importance of a robust domestic manufacturing base. So with these things, government has planned many initiatives. As a part of that, we have also seen there are so many medical technology zones and also medtech parks that was initiated by the government of India. So one such thing was initially started in Andhra Pradesh. If someone of you have already seen that, in the Visakhapatnam, we have AMTZ Center. So that is Andhra Pradesh Medical Technology Zone Center, where almost 500 manufacturers are working together to produce so many class of devices there. And also complete regulatory support is given by those industries. Someone wants to start up any medical device industry and other things. So consecutively, another 5 medical tech parks was given permission in country, and another biggest one is coming in Noida itself. And in South, we have another 2 things coming up in Tamil Nadu and Kerala. So the government is very keen on this Make in India initiative and efforts to boost domestic manufacturing, further contributed to the industry's growth, and also additionally initiatives to streamline these regulatory processes and to promote the ease of doing business in medical device sectors played a vital role in attracting so many investments and also fostering the growth of our country. This is just about the medical device industries. So can we have the next slide? So this one with regards to the scope. As the growing healthcare infrastructure in our country you have seen, so it is continuously improving with increased investments in hospitals, clinics, and all this with all the healthcare facilities. When I am terming the word hospitals and clinics, the statistics you can see. So before 2020, how many hospitals were there in our country, and after 2020, what is the number of hospitals or the number of healthcare professionals that we have. So in your curriculum and all, you have already read what is the ratio of physician to the public that should be there in our country, and what is the ratio of pharmacist to the public that we have. So as per the WHO criteria, almost 80% of the states have already met these things. And also nowadays, it is much shifting towards the innovation and research. As India's rising middle class and increasing the disposable incomes led to a very higher healthcare spending. So this trend translates into a greater willingness to invest in advanced medical devices and treatments by various companies. So the Indian government has been actually promoting the medical device industry by introducing favorable policies, tax incentives, and initiatives to boost domestic manufacturing and to attract the foreign investment. That's what, if you have seen the startups data that we have from the government itself. So in the healthcare sector, 70% of the startups are in the healthcare are coming only from the medical device industries. Hence, there is again a huge potential that we need to understand for the scope to understand these courses and regulations, so that our job and career opportunities will be very much wide and huge. Not only that, the rising awareness and demand, especially in the biomedical engineering stream and also among the pharmacy stream, with better education and providing the demand for advancing medical technologies and devices, can improve potential outcomes and treatment options. So if you see, as especially in the pharma thing, so many of the projects that are carried out by PharmD or MPharm nowadays are taking up by the medical devices. So many students are coming up with their own innovative ideas and also for the testing the recently introduced medical devices. Hence, the entire research is also shifting towards the medical devices. And if you want to have any startups or want to collaborate with any of the innovators, the Indian medical device industry has also been tapping into international markets, exporting medical devices to various countries. So exporting here doesn't mean only the very hi-fi equipments and all. Even for the class 1 devices, means we consider very basic devices that we use in the industries and all, can be exported to many of the African countries. As all of you know, we are the #1 exporter for the pharmaceuticals. So same things the government wants to establish even in the medical device industries. So this global demand for affordable and high quality medical devices offers additional growth opportunities if you want to do into any administrative aspects in terms of exports of other medical devices, in addition to the pharmaceuticals. And when I speak about the innovation, so Indian companies are increasingly focusing on research and development to create innovative medical devices that cater to both local and global markets. And also, if you have seen many of the Shark Tanks and other things like startup ideas, many healthcare is fueling demand for the cutting edge medical devices nowadays. So the best one I can quote the example is non-invasive glucometers. You have seen so many ideas have been come across in that. And also nowadays we are coming with non-stripping of the BP monitoring. So many such ideas are coming wherein there is a high demand for all the healthcare professionals, starting from the pharmacists, nurses, and dentists, to be part of this in order to test these things and also to implement these programs. And also, if you have seen, the government has taken initiatives on streamlining the regulatory processes for medical devices. So for this activity, they have introduced the medical device rules in the year 2017. So many amendments has happened to that. So the current version is available. You can always go to the Google and see what is the IMDR rule, Indian Medical Device Rules. So various subsections will be there. So in order to understand all these aspects, so these courses will be helpful for you so that you can understand the complete regulatory environment. Even if you have some idea, you have innovated some medical device, how to take up it to the market. So all such things can be understood in the regulatory, wherein we also have to meet various standards that my co-speaker Aritu madam will be covering up. What are the standards that we have to meet and how the regulatory compliance has to be maintained. Not only limited to that aspect, even we have the partnerships between Indian medical device companies and also international players that have been on the rise, facilitating the technology transfer and market access. As you all know, all the technology that we are not having, we are always collaborating with the other countries wherein the technology transfer is happening, and they will also help us in doing the market research and the access analysis. Overall, if you see, the Indian medical device industry has a bright future ahead, driven by a growing healthcare market, supporting the government policies, increasing healthcare investments, and also a huge demand in the medical tourism nowadays, with the focus on innovation. As the industry continues to evolve, it is likely to offer diverse opportunities for domestic as well as to the international players. However, it is very important to note that the market conditions may have evolved since recently. Most happened in the last 3 years after the pandemic. So it is always good that we have to follow all the regulations on time as per the country specific, because the regulations, whatever you are going to see, is not the same throughout the globe. For India, we have some regulations. For the European region, we have some other things. For South America, it is different. North America, it is different. And other Asian countries, we have the different regulations. So an overview of all these such things can be covered in such type of certification courses, which will help you to get about the regulatory requirements and other manufacturing standard requirements. So in the next slide, we can see what is about the job market that we have in the country. So request to go to the next slide. Yeah, this slide you can see what about the job opportunities, especially for the healthcare professionals. So in our industry, it is a diverse. It is not limited to one or two roles that we have. So the job opportunities available can vary depending on the specific sector, based on the company size, and also based on the product specialization. Based on several factors, your job requirements will vary and also job skills will vary. Hence, you need to understand what are the various things that are available in the medical device industries. So all the HCPs interested in pursuing their career in this industry should keep an eye on all the job portals so that you can understand what is the skill set that is requested from the companies. And also you can go through all the medical device manufacturing companies on their website to stay updated on the current job openings and also about the requirements. So for this purpose, networking can help, especially from the LinkedIn and also other professional gateways already working in the medical device industries can provide you with all the valuable insight and also some leads with regards to your career opportunities. So few of such job roles what we have here is, first one is we have the regulatory affairs specialist, wherein all the HCPs with knowledge of medical device regulations and compliance can find opportunities in ensuring the medical device meet the necessary standards and can gain approval from the regulatory authorities. For example, you have invented some medical device here and manufacture it here, but if you want to sell it in some Northern American region and all, you have to meet their regulations as well. Hence, the person who looks into all such regulations will be called as regulatory affairs specialist. Even in the pharmacy, you have this regulatory affairs, but here it will be more specific with relevant to the devices. That is the major difference. Next, we have the clinical research associate, who will be responsible for overseeing and monitoring the clinical trials of the medical devices, ensuring the adherence to protocols that is given in the preclinical or other studies. So these research associates will be responsible mainly for involvement into the clinical trial aspects. Next, we have the medical device sales and marketing. So these HCPs can explore roles in sales and marketing departments of the medical devices companies, promoting and selling the devices into hospitals, clinics, and to some of the organizations. In addition, we have the quality assurance and quality control team, wherein the professionals with a background in healthcare are only chosen for these roles and can work in quality assurance and control roles to ensure that the devices are meeting the quality standards for the safe use. That's what the quality control team will be doing here. And biomedical engineers, as always, they are into the designing and developing of any of the medical device, and also they can work to improve their functionality and safety. So biomedical engineers will be responsible for design and development. So later all the parts will be taken by the healthcare professionals. And also if any HCP is interested also to move into any of the healthcare IT. So we have this healthcare IT and software development. Because of the knowledge that you possess in the clinical aspects, so you'll be taken for this software development in some of the organizations. So with the increasing in the integration of technology in the medical devices, healthcare professionals with IT and software development skills can find opportunities in these device sectors. And also, in addition, we have three things, that is a clinical application specialist, where these professionals will be training the healthcare staff how to use the devices that you are going to recently introduce into the market. So first, these specialists will be trained by the companies, and then these people will further train all the people who are working in these hospitals and other small clinics. And the very important thing is, like how we have in the pharmaceuticals, we do also have here for the operations and supply chain management, where in the supply chain management, the HCPs can explore the roles in managing the supply chain and operations of the medical device, wherein we don't need to understand the technicality aspects here, but only about the management issues and the administrative aspects can be understood, which will be 70% similar to that like of the pharmaceuticals. And one is utmost thing is medical writing and documentation. We have one exclusive session on this medical writing, how we have to do medical writing for various things like in vitro devices or any other medical devices. So professionals has to first undergo this training, how the medical writing can happen in the medical device industry, and to develop the technical documentation, how to go through the various user manuals and marketing materials for the medical devices. So in this class about the medical writing, completely it will be trained. Otherwise, we can also look into the software development things. What is the quality parameters that we have to undergo, and how the research associates has to focus on various clinical aspects. All such things can be covered in these courses and various other certification courses. So this is a basic idea of what is the scope of this course and what job roles will be there. But we have another course speaker. Now I'll be handing over to her. So she will be introducing to you what exactly in industry, what work we are doing. So over to you, Rita. Thank you. Yeah, the next slide will be taken by Ritu.
If anyone has the questions, you can write in the chat box.
Yes, all the questions yeah, we can take up at the end of the session.
Yeah.
So are you able to unmute, Ritu?
Please unmute yourself, Ms. Ritu. Your voice is not coming, I think. I think some problem.
Yeah, she's able to unmute, but I think voice is not reaching.
She can rejoin, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. So meanwhile, we have one question we can take up.
Yes.
So the question is, in operation and surgical management department, do PharmD students after graduation can join? Yeah. So this exactly it means what is the role for the PharmD? In the surgical management and all, we are not in terms of using the devices at all, definitely. So only we are there to assist the with regards to the pharmaceuticals that can happen in the ICU and other things or in the surgery departments. So there is no role for us to do with the usage of these devices in the patient as such. But as per your question, so any side effects or adverse events that can happen with the devices, that has to be reported, because when we are in the hospital being with working with any of the physician in the surgery and other things. And in addition, if you want to do like manufacturing of any surgery equipments and all, yes, definitely you are eligible for that. There are some certain regulations that has to be followed. Once you take the approval from all these things, definitely you can start the things. So whether PharmD can work in?
Yes. I would like to take this question, Dr. Pramod.
Yeah.
Whether PharmDs can work as MSL, so medical scientific license, definitely.
Okay.
Yes, definitely. PharmDs are available. Able to join that, and PharmDs can join as MSL, and salaries are quite decent when you are joining as MSL. But only one requirement: you have to be perfect in one side, whatever department or whatever thing you want to join, like dermatology, cardiology, or all. So you should have a good knowledge of that subject, because there are different industries and they have different departments. Like if you go to Novartis is pro in diabetes also. They are good in cardiac drugs also. They are good in heart failure drugs also. They are good in orthopedics drug also. They are good in antipsychotic drugs also. So MSL is like you should have the subject knowledge perfectly, the therapeutics knowledge perfectly. If you have the good knowledge of therapeutics, you can join as MSL in any company. That's not a problem. PharmDs are perfectly able to join.
Correct. Just to add on, for example, as you said, in all the pharmaceuticals and all, we will be the MSLs. But when it comes to the medical devices, there are many things in that answer. For example, it is an ECG machine and all new thing. So unless we understand the technicality aspects and all, then we cannot definitely be an MSL for that. But when it comes to the inhaler and such things, definitely they are recruiting the pharmacist, what I have seen. So it depends on the equipment and what is your background to understand that, and how well you are trained by the organization, so that you can expand that knowledge to the other HCPs in the organizations. Based on it depends. Correct.
Absolutely.
So one more participant has asked to explain about the supply chain management. Yeah, as you have seen in our course, it is also included. We have one topic of this supply chain management where we can see that completely, because it is not that we can discuss in just 2 minutes. So there is entire process like how we have for the pharmaceuticals, wherein we can see. So even if you are not joining also, but we can share that material. But as such, in 1 minute and all, we cannot answer that. So that I am not taking now.
Yes, because this is a specific topic and there'll be the classes on that. Yeah. Okay, I think can open the mic now.
Yeah.
We'll take the questions later, further questions.
Sure. Yeah, over to you, Rit.
Is facing some problem, I guess.
I think she's unable to mute. Can you unmute her? So we can.
She can unmute, I think. Ritu, can you join again? Can you just leave the meeting and join again? That would be, I think, perfectly fine.
So meanwhile, one more question we have. What is the salary package that PharmD can expect in MSL? It again depends on which organization you are going to join. Because once the industry is established and if it is a very big MNC, you cannot compare the same with any startup, right? So always it depends on the organization in which you are going to join. And if you ask about any big MNCs and all, so what I have seen within my knowledge or experience, I have seen the starting of 35,000 per month in cities like Bangalore and Hyderabad. If it is considered to be a fresher. And again, obviously, as if you are an experienced, have already worked in that field for at least 2 years and all, definitely it can be more. So all things depends on the organization and the experience that you possess, and also the knowledge that you gain in specific division.
Absolutely. Now I think Ritu can speak.
Hi, good afternoon. Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Yes,
it is
we
very
can.
clear.
Oh, thank God.
What you
So,
can.
yeah, really sorry about the problem that I had with my laptop right now. Okay, so we were discussing on the role scope of this course. So, being an insider from the industry, I could tell, people joining the course, attending the webinars, attending all the section that we have included, are easily able to join and work as in the field of post-market surveillance, whether they have a background of medical devices, biomedical engineering, or pharmacy. They'll be able to understand on post-market surveillance activity, adverse event specialist. Also, they'll be able to join as a medical writer and for the submission, and as a clinical evaluation specialist, regulatory affair associate, and also as a risk management specialist, because we have included 14971 as well in the course, so which is very important for the product life cycle, and also as a market research analyst. So these are just few of the roles that we have included in the slides, but there are various more depending on the industry or the company that you get in, because some of the product company, they have the roles defined differently. For example, they start with the roles of engineer or writers and they promote it accordingly. And for the service based, they have roles starting from the associates, and then they make the person based on their knowledge as a lead and the manager later on. So these are just an overview, and the roles are basically dependent on the product life cycle. For each phase of the product life cycle, the regulatory affair or any person has a very special role. So because the product developer works to bring the concept to reality only, but the regulatory affair professional plays an important role in advising the team on appropriate regulatory strategies to ensure the product can be legally marketed. So if any organization does not have that person in place who can guide them correctly, it will be difficult for them to place a product in the market. So are there any questions regarding that?
Yeah, so they are asking, can fresher join in the R&D team of the industry?
Yes, definitely. So basically, or any regulatory affair professional, they can give strategic and technical advice to the R&D division as well. So they will work very closely with the R&D team and production, also the QC departments, right from the beginning of the development of any product. So definitely, yes, if they have initial basic knowledge about the development of the product, plus if they have an edge of adding that as a regulatory affair knowledge, they can definitely join as a R&D person.
Okay. So any other useful resources for them to go into the websites and check about the medical devices that you have come across? So if they want to understand with regards to any medical devices.
So if they want to learn about the regulations, For the medical devices, they can go across, like for the different countries, we have different regulatory bodies and different organizations. For example, we have one for FDA for US, and they can read about the guidelines on CDSU website for India. Similarly, for European country, we have this MDR guidelines in which they can read about the medical device guidelines. And also we will be including most of the things in our course.
Okay, so one more question is like BNA, BSc nursing graduates can work in the QARA team, like quality controls and regulatory affairs, or it is only limited to the biomedical engineers?
So during my career in the industry, I have seen not only biomedical engineers, I have seen pharmacy and all various background, even life sciences people are there who have joined as a associate. So I don't see there is a issue with any other course. To if they learn about it and they are good to clear the interview, so I think there is no issue with that.
Okay. So anything in specific about the life cycle that you want to highlight in this session, so that because all of them are very new.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So definitely, I mean, this completely, regulatory affair is what I have experienced from past 3 years. I would highlight more as we have known, as we have seen, COVID also impacted majorly all the industries, right? But this regulatory affair department is, it's continually evolving and growing, and it is one which is least impacted during the acquisition and merger, and also during the recession time. So because this is like, the professionals are used throughout the product life cycle as well as even after the product life cycle. For example, the area that I would say, post market surveillance, even if the product is placed in the market, but as per the regulations, it is required to continuously apply and continuously provide the information about the product, how it is doing in the market. So for that, post market surveillance plays a very important role. So in that area, I have never seen any issue even with the jobs, and it is like a continuous process, because any product which is placed in the market, you have to supply the information to the regulatory authority how the product is doing, with the root cause analysis, with all the kappa that is possible, with all the risk associated with it. So it's like a continuous process.
Okay, so I understand you work majorly for US and European countries in data and all. So how well it is in India? Any comment with your experience?
Yes. So I'm currently doing it for US and European. But yes, I have previously worked with Indian regulatory as well. So Indian regulatory also has this medical device regulations in place, which if you if any of the aspiree will go through the regulations, it is mostly, somehow related to what we have in the European regulations. But the classifications and the number of devices, types of devices, those differ. But definitely for Indian regulation, they are trying to implement this post-market surveillance, which is very much active right now. And I have seen there are different forms in which adverse event reporting can be done. And the manufacturer will, get the notification about the product if there is any issue. And also there are several trainings which are going on in the hospitals and even in the educational areas to provide the knowledge on how to do the adverse event reporting in India as well.
Okay, so we have something like clinical evaluation specialist, right? So any special opportunity will be given to the graduates who are doing it in biotechnology, or it is same for anyone?
So actually there are benefits for pharmacy or biotechnology people who have learned during their time the life sciences more, because they have more understanding on the clinical. I would say they have, for the clinical evaluation specialist, they have more edge as compared to biomedical engineering. Biomedical engineering background, they might have more edge towards the product development, but I would say clinical evaluation specialist, those people usually I have seen it majorly from pharmacy and biotechnology, who has more background during their graduation or post graduation towards the clinical side.
Okay. And one more question, like many of the participants here can be from like pharmacy and other healthcare.
Mhm.
So what are the specific skills that they need to undergo so that they can shift towards medical device industry? That is the question from one person.
So in general, already I mean I expect the pharmacy student, they have the knowledge, a good knowledge of the uh, drug life cycle, right? Other than that, for the product, for the medical devices, they need to go through some of the specific standards which are very important in the industry. For example, ISO 13485, 14971, which talks about the quality of medical quality management system and risk management system. That mostly covers most of the things that happens for the medical device, and a little bit of information on how any device work. That could be of any sort. That could be including software, including electronic equipments, and also we have recombinant devices which are made up of like a device plus a drug. So I think those information, if they have, that will be very helpful.
So as you said, ISO, so they can individually undergo that certification.
Yes, they can undergo those certification as well, because there are different organization, even BSI, they offer those certification. Although we'll be, giving a glimpse of those as well during the course that we'll conduct.
Okay. So those ISO and all will not have any sessions, but they will give only certification if we can pass through that exam, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And one last question maybe. So how would be the marketing career in device? Any idea that you possess? If someone wants to do into the sales and all.
So for the sales, it is for the marketing career in medical devices, right? They're asking for.
Correct.
Okay. So that course is also helpful, but for that marketing career as well, the person should be aware of the complete product life cycle, right, in order to pursue those things. So that would be helpful, but I would say there is more scope in the regulatory career as compared to marketing career.
Okay. And that is only a small part, I think, sales and this supply chain management in our course,
Yes.
more into the regulatory and quality things.
Yes.
So one question I think I should take up. So a DPharm student wants to shift to the industry and all. So basically DPharm is an diploma course. It is not considered a bachelor's course. So even those people will be eligible, right? Because you do have also diploma courses in other fields. So are not doing any BTech, but still they are into the medical device industry, correct, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So bachelor's degree is compulsory or diploma is sufficient for them to join the industries?
So PharmD, right? You're talking about
Not PharmD. So PharmD is basically an PG course. So there is something called DPharm, which is a diploma course. After +2, they'll be doing. So if they are not having any like DPharm and MPharm, can they join into the medical device industry? Or we need to check up on that?
Yeah, I think we need to check on that because currently I have not came across that scenario.
Yeah, that's what, because whomever we have seen are possessing some degree in any of the fields. Exclusively on diploma candidates can be considered or not. Yeah, we can cross check and we can communicate to the participant.
Yes, right.
So as per my knowledge, if I'm not wrong, there are multiple companies, including Merrill Life Science, because they are also making the devices.
Correct.
And Sajanand, SMT, they are considering PharmDs.
No, form is understood. D form they are asking. Diploma.
So DPharm, I'm not sure. DPharm is very tough, you know.
Yeah, form is of course they
Yeah,
are
form-
directly mentioning
yes.
we require form D people and all.
Yeah, DPharm sometimes not applicable. Absolutely.
D form, yeah. In few it is not, and few they are taking.
Yeah.
When
I
it is
have
in
come
yeah,
come
please.
across PharmD profile that I have myself interviewed, but DPharm I'm not sure that I don't want to comment on that.
Correct. Because if it is an assistive job or not, maybe they are considering in few of the industries, but it's again depends on organization. We can go through some of the standard things and we can communicate.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
And one more question, like MPharm pharmaceutical chemistry student can join this course. Yeah, this I have seen. So irrespective of the stream, if you possess some knowledge on the regulatory aspects, definitely you are going to be hired by the companies. That I have seen, because for some time even I have worked in the medical device industry. So I myself was a team lead. So I have seen many candidates with life sciences and chemistry background.
Yes. And I think the best area is in vitro diagnostic for them.
Correct.
Yes.
And in vitro, yeah, all these people are taken very much.
Yes.
Job profiles, correct.
Okay, any other questions, guys? I think no more questions, Dr. Pramod and Ritu. So we can take off. Okay, there's one more question.
So Ritu, you can take up that last question.
Okay. So, what is the difference between medical imaging and medical devices? So medical devices itself has medical imaging that comes under the medical devices umbrella itself. Medical devices are categorized into different categories, right? So medical imaging, for example, you talk about this MRI, CT scan, and those big techniques, right? So mostly all are high risk classification, but they comes under medical device only.
Yeah, using those devices, you'll be doing the imaging studies that helps the HCPs. So that is the difference. But yeah, we all have to do medical imaging with the help of medical devices.
Yes. And by profession, imaging is different, and medical device industry is different, though.
Correct.
Okay, so I think thank you very much everyone for joining, and link has been shared here. Link for the course, and the fees is just 1499 for 3 months of the course. Guys, you can join this course, and I would like to thank our resource persons, Ms. Ritu and Dr. Pramod. Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you, sir. Thank you, madam.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.
Everyone.
Take care, everyone.